G'day everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Glass Cage Podcast. I'm JH.
I'm George.
And this week we've got Sam on.
How you going?
So we've got Sam on. He is a agro turned farmer, so we thought it'd be a good conversation to have a chat with him, get some burning questions out, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But
No free recos here, boys.
So we thought, well, first of all, we've got to thank Serafin. So they're our sponsor at the moment. And massive thank you to them. So a nod to them. Serafin Machinery have a passion for introducing innovation into the agricultural industry and providing customers with exceptional service and quality products at the best prices. Each day, they strive to be the seeding and tillage specialists.
By providing a combination of Australian designed and manufactured seeding and tillage equipment with imported quality products, Serafin can provide the very best range of farming equipment to suit Australian farmers, contractors and resellers.
With dealers in most states, Serafin Machinery believe their continued success is a result of 4 factors.
Selling quality equipment at competitive prices,
Ensuring every experience is A+ rated,
exceptional staff who share the same values as the company,
industry-leading manufacturing, assembly and servicing facilities.
Alright, so Sam, you are an agronomist who's gone back home to the farm. Fairly common story amongst agronomists. Seems to be what everyone wants to do. Where did you start? What did you do? What did you study?
Yeah, so well, straight off the bat, I'd like to throw them back at George. I'm not a night shift driver, so keep your hands away from me.
Got him!
Yes. Yeah, dirty bastard. I started. Obviously went to boarding school in Esperance, then went to boarding school in Perth, and then off the back of that, was interested in ag science, loved biology at school, so I loved plant physiology. So I had a passion for that, so attacked UWA. I had a gap year to make some money to pay my way through UWA. Gap year was the best thing I ever did. Yeah, it was good because all my mates failed first year of uni because they just got smashed and did fuck all.
What'd you do in your gap year?
Drove a forklift for Freightlines Group in Perth and loved it.
So local,
Yeah, so up in Perth. It was long hours, but it was good money and learnt a lot. So dealt with, like, Pancho was driving a forklift and it was actually classic. Learnt a lot from all those people up there and it was great. Got a good work ethic from it and made a bit of money off the back of that to get me through uni. So did UWA and then.
So ag science at UW?
Ag science, loved it. It was really good.
So out of all the unis though, why'd you choose UWA?
Science based.
So
Curtin was the only other option at the time.
Yep.
I think there might have been an option at Murdoch, but Curtin was business based. It was agribusiness.
Oh yes, yep.
So it still is
sort of like what your degree was.
It was ag business. So half and half. You were half in the commerce section and then half in the labs.
Yeah.
I did marketing, like double degree as well at UWA, and I found that really interesting. But
settle down.
Yeah, big time. I loved it. It was good. Yep. So I dealt a lot with RE, and because RE are based at UWA, and IHSDs were being developed and tested while I was going through uni.
Of course, yeah.
So everyone was doing the counts for that research while we were there.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Very cool.
So then straight after uni, like, what was your pathway?
Yeah, so I just wanted to basically, I found that I wanted to be an agronomist because I went and did a bit of work experience with a few people, bit of trial work and stuff like that. And then, realised that I loved the relationship-based side of agriculture.
Yeah.
Love drinking beers, love working and talking. And
what's your nickname?
Yeah, Frothy. I'm impartial to a beer.
You've been wearing a shirt that says, dyslexic.
That shit
Dyslexic's got him again.
I thought it said soil.
This close.
Cascade
So
blokes.
close.
INL, pretty close, I suppose.
Work experience, like, what was it 6 months, 12 months of just going
I just
to
did
different
bits
people?
and bobs voluntary. You didn't have to do work experience at UWA. I just wanted to figure out where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do. So had a crack at a few different things while I was at uni.
So obviously you did the ag science. Was that did you have in mind a agronomist at the time, or were you like, breeding side maybe, or
Yeah, I was probably more leaning down trial work side and breeding and stuff like that a little bit more when I started, because I was more interested in
the data and all
yeah,
that sort of
I was
side?
more interested in that, and then probably realised that personally I just had a better good capability of building relationships and
Yeah, for
and
sure.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So
Yep.
Bit of time at the TAV.
yeah, yeah. A lot of the role was about just building relationships, and I love that. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So then first job after, so work experience and then...
So went into the landmark at the time, which was Nutrien. I suppose, as an agro down here in Esperance. Got lucky and got offered a role down here. Had really good agronomists at the time with Landmark and got to learn off them, and that was sensational. I loved it.
So
Yeah,
you were
loved
under
it.
Phil Smythe.
Yeah.
I was pretty much with Smythe a few days a week. And
He'll be
then-
listening. Shout out to Smythe.
Yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man. Hopefully it's raining up at Karoo.
Needs the rain down here.
You've had a bit. It's looking all right in Cascade.
Yeah.
It's not looking too bad, but we could use some rain.
So very good mentors. Yeah, so I was lucky. Yeah, Dan Bell, Nath Moody. Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
So then after Landmark, you went to another local firm?
Yeah, yep. So Farm and General.
Yep.
And then did some work for Madden Rural as well.
Yep.
So
The farm and general side probably ties into your parents' background, though.
yeah, correct.
So your parents are a agent.
Yeah, Mum's had an agency for 30 years, going on 30 years, I reckon.
Huge, yeah.
Yeah, so since IAMA, and then it's carried through all the landmarks, Nutrien, and now Farm and General Agency.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's where we get all our chemical from, because we're only 30 k's down the road essentially. So
Yeah, it works really well. It's just I find it's good, and that's why I wanted to go down that path and work it into that. So
What's been one of the challenges of having that as part of your farm business?
it's lucky Mum's an absolute goer.
Yes. Yeah.
Because if she was an absolute goer, realistically, it's probably 2 labour units required for that.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
She's made it 1 for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive actually.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know what she's like.
yeah.
She doesn't stop. So
No, I don't know if your mum's had a weekend.
no, she doesn't like going away. She's made it work, and it's just another part of the business, and it's been a part of the business forever.
Yeah. So I guess we can get it into the side of the farm business side. You went back to went back to the farm because you guys you started to expand.
Yeah, so we've had 2 seasons now with our expansion. We had a big expansion 2 years ago. We'd bought a farm previous to that, but we took on another 4,300 hectares 2 years ago, and so basically as soon as that happened, which was end of March, we didn't find out until then that we'd actually got it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How's that for timing?
Well, we had no canola seed, no fertilizer, no
Yeah.
machinery. Not to mention it was 250 k's away.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So it was at the time I basically on the spot just up and went over there with my brother, and we had a bit of a crack.
So your brother John, he came back to the farm after you or before?
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah, before.
And he's younger.
Yep, he's younger. Yep. So John finished he probably always wanted to come back to the farm, but Dad was pretty big and Mum were pretty big on us experiencing something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Working under different people and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
John went and got a chippy trade.
Yep.
So he's a qualified chippy.
Yep.
Apprentice of the year if you ask him.
I noticed he's
Brown
apprentice,
I've never seen him lift up a nail gun.
apprentice of the year, not tradie of the year. So
Yeah.
Good at coffee runs.
yeah, can handle a broom.
Can't handle a broom. Oh goodness. So so you've got the Mungie farm, and then that's your Bremer farm, but then you've also got a Daily Up farm.
Yeah.
Well, what's your biggest distance that you're driving between?
Well, from the farm east of Esperance to John's house is 400 k's.
That's
gate to gate.
so much travel. I'm traveling from my Hattons to our main shed with the spreader at the moment, and it is too much travel. I'm going back there to fill up.
It's God's country up the Cascade. Been telling you for years.
Or whatever. But are you driving Is all your equipment, have you got separate equipment for each farm now? Or
Yeah, so
you-
it's sort of like we're adapting, I suppose, as we get better at it. But pretty much how it's set up now is seeding, spraying, spreading is pretty well separate on its own to a degree. We'll try and join the sprayers together a little bit more, I think, because it's just so efficient having them together. And then harvest all together. So all of our harvest gears all together. So
God, so how's that work out?
it's a rolling circus. It's great. Yeah.
But so like for us, right? So we've got we block farm. So we roll from the canola, we go into the barley, go into the wheat. It's really easy. But I'm assuming at all these farms you've got all. So
So still block farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so still block farm, and then we'll try and manage seeding a little bit depending on how we think harvest might pan out too.
Yeah. So like you've got canola over at Bremer, but you've also got canola over at Mungie, and then it's
And then canola, bloody 100 k's away towards Esperance.
Yeah.
and-
So the wind's coming in, or there's going to be a storm, or
Yep. So just trying to
must
manage
be.
that with pod guard and stuff like that best we can. So a big portion of the program's pod guard, and off the back of that reason. So a lot of the time we'll have canola still sitting there mid-December, but on purpose because we'll jump out and start harvesting wheat for a while.
Yeah.
While it's dry, bag that and jump back to canola later on.
Yeah.
And that's worked well for us. Yeah, it worked well.
That's cool.
That's impressive.
So talking about a bit of a segue there, Podguard, Bayer, you've been on a couple of trips as an agronomist. Give us like the top three like highlights.
Oh, I've been very lucky. Like as an agro, and I couldn't talk to it. Like I couldn't recommend it enough. Being an agro, absolutely love it. Like it's so much fun. Still doing it as much as I can. But yeah, travel is one of the best parts of it. Is you just get so lucky getting opportunities, and like don't you take all the opportunities because you're busy and whatever else too.
Yeah. Yep.
So South America was amazing.
Yep.
So yeah, Argentina, Brazil, Chile. That was phenomenal. Love that. Just jumped in the car and driving around with an agro for a few weeks. And
Yep.
that was awesome. Just so different.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so different. And then did Germany last year. That was pretty cool too. Love that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was on a Bayer trip. So it was great. Yeah. So lucky. And then all through Australia.
Still getting perks when you're on the farm.
How good. But nah, like it's all through Australia are probably the best ones to be honest.
Yeah.
Just really good networks of agronomists through NRI, AgVivo we're a part of through WA. Amazing networks, and we're just so lucky to have the contacts.
Yeah.
That's where you get all your info from.
Yeah, I mean, and you're learning. You come back with different ideas and everything like that. It was so Smithy. We did a tour over to Victoria
that's
with a whole bunch of farmers, and when the main focus of that was we saw a lot of controlled traffic.
Yeah.
And then it's quite funny. We were at one farm and he was showing us how good his soil was and how amazing it was, and he started bagging out his neighbour, and then he's like, "You want to go have a look?" So we all just drive to his closest paddock with next to the neighbour. He's like, "See that? You can't put your hand in there." And he can get. I mean, they got beautiful soil over there. And he's just pushing your hand into the soil, and
Doesn't matter where you go, it's always fun to bag someone else. George.
Even more so at home.
but yeah, just getting away and doing those trips. It's different environments, but there's things you take back.
100%.
I got back and I said to Dad, "Control traffic. That we're doing it. We got to do it." And then now we are. So
Yeah, and that's the best thing I've enjoyed about being an agro is you're very lucky to deal with so many good people. Like I've dealt with both of you guys and so many other good people, and you learn so much from every different business, and not just around agronomy, like how to treat staff, workers' quarters, like all sorts of stuff like that's intricate with pivotal with the business.
Yeah.
Of what you want to take into your own business later on. So I found that to be the best thing. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I'm assuming you guys don't need an agro out on the farm anymore.
Probably do.
You don't have enough time to get around and see everything.
Nah, John's really good. Yeah, he's picked it up really well. And yeah. So it's good.
Yeah,
we're going well.
Well, on the I guess the agronomy side of things, you guys, you're the first person we've had on that's got a camera boom.
Yeah.
So talk us through that. You've got the Bilberry system.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous when we bought it because I didn't know. I think maybe Hockey's had just got their Bilberry system. I didn't really know anyone with the Bilberry yet.
Yep.
So you know what it's like. you think you're taking on to be a guinea pig and it might be worth nothing in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
And it might not work. So when we bought it, I was a little bit nervous about that. But it turns out it's fucking awesome. Like, it's great. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Bilberry's, it's working really well. Does everything we want it to do. It's amazing what it can see.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And the updates, so they're updating algorithms
All the time.
Yeah.
Yep, all the time. So when we first got it, shadows. So it was more false firing a bit off shadows.
Yep.
Just with certain sunlights behind the boom spray and whatever, it'd false fire off the wheels or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Obviously, they update more and more photos they can get into it. The better and better it gets. So it's heaps better now.
So was that false firing on a false positive instead of a false negative?
It'll fire if it's unsure.
If it's in doubt.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, that's obviously
Better.
It's good.
Better than not.
Yeah. I haven't really seen it miss much. There's one block one day when I was spraying and it was false. It was missing a little bit of wire weed when it was nearly dead.
Yeah.
So you know how that wire weed goes a bit red. So it was missing a bit of that.
Well, it's pretty hard to tell red from brown. And
Correct.
Like
So that was probably the only time I've seen it really fail a little bit. But no, it's pretty cool. Like the algorithms you see in the screen: broadleaf and cereals, vetch and lentils.
Yep.
Well, have you done any green on green? Or
I've had it on, but I haven't been spraying. So you can see what it wants to spray.
Yep.
So the plan is this year to do a fair bit of canola with green on green. So just grassy and canola.
Yep.
We've just done all of it, like doing all of our grass, like it's all basically all TrueFlex this year, so it's all glycletho at the moment.
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe a glytenid or something like that in the next pass as a spot spray.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the plan.
So that leads into how has it adjusted your approach, like agronomic approach? Has it allowed you to go later and hotter, or
on label?
All on label.
Well, you just think of different options.
Yeah.
More expensive options or just different things. Like you can completely change the way you go spraying to a degree. So no, it has been sensational. Like pull into one. It's like any spot sprayer. Pull into one block in Bremer this year. Took enough chemical up there to do the whole lot. Used a tank.
Yeah.
Over 1,000 hectares.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fair
Okay.
saving.
Yeah. That's pretty quick payback.
Yeah. So when you're doing that, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I called you to talk liquid tanks, you were doing a knockdown with it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I guess you could do a knockdown with it because there's no residual chemical that you're putting out, so why not?
That's right.
Especially like you're saying, you're going over to somewhere you might not have all the chemical, but you can take, whatever you can, and then you end up with saving chemical. It's
a win-win. I think the more we can use it, the better off we'll be. Yeah.
I guess the other side from that is how do you judge how much you're going to need?
You can't.
You're going out there, it's live. It's not like you've flown it.
What do you do with the leftover if you've got to change brews?
Like, that was a cool saving. That can't really stay in the tank.
You got to go back over what you just done. Yeah, go back over something. You find, you know what it's like. You always find
Damn
something.
catchments.
Yeah.
Creek.
Really hope this isn't going to Europe.
But no, they're awesome, and the way it's going, it's pretty amazing. So at the moment, we've actually got I don't know if you're interested or not. We've got a camera on the seeder at the moment.
Yeah.
Basically just sitting on the front of the weight block, an absolute guru that's near us.
Yeah.
So we're mapping our snails over our whole program.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's similar sort of system, I suppose, basically the same as the Bilberry.
Yep.
It's algorithm based.
Yep.
This gun's developing an algorithm basically sees conical and Italian snails, and we're mapping it through the John Deere.
That's impressive.
Yeah. So we've only probably got them over 10% of the program. But theory, I suppose, is map the whole lot, find where you actually do have them, and then you can go on targeted bait.
Yeah.
A lot more
more
effectively.
expensive baits that are going to last still.
Yeah, and higher rates.
Yep.
Yeah, some more bait points and
Yep. So would eventually that end up to live, like sensing baiting, or you don't reckon it's quite there?
I think you could do that, but I think it's more you can map it whenever, because you can do up to 30 k's an hour and map it. Obviously, the slower the better.
Yep.
But something like seeding's perfect. Basically, finish a paddock, chuck it through PCT,
Yep.
go spread your baits, job's done.
Yeah.
And plus, even though you've got millions of hectares, you're 12 meters.
Well, yeah.
So you are going over every single.
Yeah, it's very accurate. It's good.
You're
accurate.
collecting. You know, if you're 80 foot, obviously you're
Yeah,
not going to miss a snail really, like a snail
travel
area.
along.
But
Yeah.
the going 12 meters is you're going across it all, so you will see them all.
Yeah, yeah. It picks up live and dead ones. It's pretty awesome.
So how far off like commercial availability?
Yeah, that'll be available next seeding.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. So they'll. Well, I don't know how commercial this is, but I think I think it'll be a lease unit next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be a shitload of interest, and they're working really well.
South Australians ears pricked up. I think that probably a bit of a waste of time.
That's right, they're blanket.
Yeah.
Drive across the border, start spreading from the Nullarbor. Yeah. Keep spreading until you get to Victoria.
Well, when you got your snail bait spreader stuck on the back of your cedar, it's you've got an issue.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Oh, well, that's quite exciting. But now you are probably. We'll dive into it, I reckon. You are probably the catalyst. You and your brother have been the catalyst for one of our latest segments of...
Well, Orendine Farms is him.
Yes.
The sponsor of the
footy.
And I hope like hell someone else wins it. Because we've had some shockers.
Yeah, you've got it. I reckon you've probably got one of the top tier efforts that I've seen.
We will need to get these all and put them on Instagram and have a vote system.
Yeah,
but I think that one might win.
No,
look. Hopefully, we're spurring people into getting into it a bit. But talk us through what we had happen.
Which time?
Well, we only know about the liquid system.
Yeah. So it would have only been a few days into seeding, and I got a phone call from John, and liquid cart had snapped in half, and it's like, oh no. So it's 14,000 litre liquid cart, pretty intricate to the whole system.
Yeah.
So we're putting down just under 150 litres of Flexian under everything, and it's sort of obviously that flow-on effect into spreading and whatever else.
So did that halt? Did you wait until it got fixed?
No. John and Dad smashed it out. It was, I reckon, 4 days. It was back going again.
Oh, right.
So they kept the seeder going, but had it back together pretty quick.
Yep.
There's a really good boilie down the road in Bremer, and he, shout out to Rowie, he smashed it out.
Yep.
Good man. So he had it welded up the next day, and then it was more about just getting all the hydraulic lines. And because obviously every harness popped through. So it was new rate controller, new blah, 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 everything. So,
ouch.
Shit happens. You can't control
that. You can't. I mean, that's why it's foodie,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It is what it is. So, it's all good.
Was it full?
Yeah, I think we lost 10,000 litres of Flexi. So,
was it a weekend?
Yeah, there won't be many yabbies in the dam near that for a while.
I mean, that's why you got insurance.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. No, that's up there. I think for the loss of Flexi and the resultant damage.
Not ideal.
The knock-on effect.
Yeah.
And seeing some of the pictures of where the liquid cart stopped.
And he kept going. Yeah, he didn't notice for a little while. Don't know how.
Wasn't it just... in the photo, it looked like it was pretty close. What, did he go for a run, turn around, and then he was like...
About 100 metres, I reckon.
So
not too bad.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah. Better than passing your own air cart.
That's it.
Yeah, because... especially because you guys, it's at the very back. You got the bin there. Yeah, so I think that's all right.
Yeah.
Definitely worse when you've gone a few and you're like, oh, do I just come back or something?
A month into seeding would have been a little bit more.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, but a couple of days but it was probably lucky. Yeah. Lucky we started early.
Yeah. Yep. Well, we did get a few foodies sent in, but we might leave them for next time. But we did get one question, and it was from Ethan, and he was asking, with all the solar flares that happened recently, has our GPS and everything like that been screwed up? Now, I'm looking at you, George.
Mr. Trimble over here.
We're getting a lot of Snapchats, and goodness, it's funny.
Yeah, look, I might have a slightly shorter fuse than some people. The John Deere side, yes, we did have some issues with only on like westward bound runs, it was nudging itself south. like physically it was nudging itself south, but
Hang on, is this on John Deere? or
on the
is this
John Deere on the solar flare days?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Trimble. Yeah, no.
Next question.
Where do I start? Because I don't think I'll stop. But yeah, I think that the best solution for fixing any Trimble system is burn it,
Buy John Deere.
burn it, claim insurance, and get a John Deere.
So tell the listeners what's been happening. We've been getting some great Snapchats because you've paid this.
$1,800. Some Russian bird that's answered the phone, and she's sitting there. It sounds like she's talking through about 3 meters of rope and a tin can, and she's gone. Here, and your price is $1,800 or $1,870 for the year. I'm like, okay, yep, righto, cool. Here's the card details. First paddock I get into, and I'm parked on the run. And it just decides that it's going to go, no, I'm going to just start doing donuts for no reason. Circle myself around. I'm going to stop working altogether, drop convergence, which is basically what the $1,800 is for, just dropping convergence randomly. Look, normally that happens when you drive underneath like trees or it's cloudy, it's exceptionally bad. But no, this was like clear blue skies. There's no reason for it.
It was very funny, the Snapchat that we were
Look,
Was it 3 years ago you're thinking of changing that to a John Deere steering?
yeah, it was about 3 years ago that we priced up and went, yeah, we should
Moral of
probably...
the story, don't be a tight ass.
Yeah, it is. 100% it is. Unfortunately, let's see. I forget all these sayings because I'm starting to get a bit rolled up. But when you're thinking about spending money and you don't, and then you end up spending significantly more.
Yeah.
We spent significantly more and solved the problem by getting a John Deere SP. So, yeah. No, Trimble, you can go and shove it.
Shout out Trimble.
Well, because the latest Snapchat we got was you were driving along and it 180'd you.
Oh, yanked me off the line, had been spraying, okay, credit to Trimble, had been spraying pretty well for part of the day. And then
Part of the day.
it has decided to go, you know what? No, you should be going backwards now, and just yanked me as fast and hard as it could offline back around.
Wouldn't it? So it didn't disengage the auto steer.
Didn't disengage, just decided that straight line is now a hard left.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall of that cab.
No, I wouldn't. The farts from his dog would be terrible. They kill a fly. I reckon.
It's a package deal, that one. If you're going to suffer, you may as well suffer properly. No, it is the last bit of Trimble stuff that we have on the farm, and I reckon it's
Limited.
yeah,
Days are numbered.
yeah, it's right up there with again Trimble when we were setting up the swather. And okay, so user error. Tom and I both dyslexic.
Yeah, soil.
Yeah, we accidentally put. It was meant to be like 2.5 meters or 3 meters. Anyway, it was in millimeters because Trimble decided that it was going to be really accurate with where you need to put your receiver.
Yep.
So we've put in, 2.3, and it's gone, oh yeah, that's 2.3 kilometers or something. Why it allowed you to have those parameters and a swather, the first time we engaged that, he and I were both sitting in the machine, both of us up against the windscreen instantly.
It just yeeted you.
Straight
circle.
around.
Yeah.
Straight around because it thought that we were in an implement that was 2.3 kilometres high. It's just, it baffles me. Apparently they can make very good earth-moving GPS.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
yeah, nah, stick to that, boys.
So, well, all right. So, on keeping on foodie, in agronomy there can be some very big foodies. Have you had any?
Nah, don't. I've got plenty. I got plenty of others.
Have you had any that maybe you prescribed the wrong thing, or is it more that they did it at the wrong timing or got the wrong chemicals? But what's the biggest?
I've
foodie
been very
you've
lucky.
seen?
I don't think I had any major cock ups on my behalf.
Yep.
Don't think so. None of the crops died, but
Yeah.
you see plenty of others. Lots of others.
Yeah,
and
well, I'm sure as an agronomist you'd see
and
more.
the thing I enjoyed the most was about agronomy is problem solving. And a lot of the time,
Yep, you're stuffed up.
fingers start pointing back at the agro straight away. What the fuck happened here?
Yeah,
and then you've got to try and trace it back. And sometimes it's tricky to go through. Like, you decontaminated the boom properly, or it's just you got to start simple first and go your way through. And I'm looking at one bloke on the couch here. We've had one where one time, can I bring it up?
You can bring it up.
Are you talking about his Cletho mistake?
Yeah. But
Yeah, I think we've brought that up before.
yeah, but I'll
decanted
talk about it
drums.
from my point of view.
Yeah, go for it.
So it came hot my way first. Hot.
Hang on.
So this fungicide you recommended is like, it scorched the fuck out of me crop. It scorched it that hard. It's just about killed it. And I was like, be there this afternoon. Guarantee it's not that. So driving around, it's like, no, the only thing that's changed is this fungicide. And yep, scorched the shit out. I was like, why is the ryegrass dead? So yeah. So
Good fungicide.
Anyway, the fungicide killed the ryegrass. So that got me in the clear.
Yeah, look, in all fairness, I'm just really happy that 200 ml of clethodim still kills ryegrass.
yeah, true.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
And you know, it's all good in the end because that was our first load of H2 that we had
Got
delivered.
for the, no, but the biggest thing I will say is like every single time was rushing, filling
Yeah.
up. Every mistake or incompatibility was generally due to trying to go too fast.
Yep.
And lots of people complain about 110s and stuff being the same color, top and bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, I don't know, you sort of can't have that excuse anymore. Like it's just, you got to look at the label, and a lot of the time it was either, clethodim got sucked out thinking it was something else.
Yep.
So we'll just try and keep the brew you're spraying at the tank that day, nothing else. So
Yep.
you can't make a mistake.
Yep.
But yeah, generally there's always just little mistakes like that. Just grabbing the wrong product.
Yeah.
Keep an
Yeah.
eye on who's doing the decanting.
Don't decant.
Don't decant.
Don't use old drums. If there's something you don't know what it is,
rip the label off and then write a new label on.
throw it in the bin.
Just get rid of it.
If the label's off and you don't know what it is, roughly,
Oh, yeah.
Bin
Oh,
it.
100%. Yeah, I'm meaning
Yeah.
like if you're decanting into it, rip the
Yeah.
label off and then write on it. This is Roundup.
Yeah.
You know.
Borderline.
Yeah.
I've seen mistakes like that.
Well, I mean, how do you, we decant for our fence on spraying. So,
Yeah.
you know, we make it so it's all in 20s or 10s. So it's easier for easier. I don't know if it's safer, but easier for the
to
man
fill her
to fill her up.
Yeah.
I don't know how else you'd do it without a
Yeah.
proper suction pump to work a scud. But yeah.
Yeah.
But we've got them all labelled and we've got a pallet that is just
Yeah.
for our fence on gear.
They were most of the mistakes. Generally, it's always you could figure most of them out. Yeah, it was very rare not to be able to figure it out.
Yep.
Yep.
Serafin Machinery have a special offer for glass cage listeners only.
As we lead into the end of the financial year period, Serafin have decided to drop the price of a Tatu DRCP60 speed disc X-Hire machine from $196,500 plus GST down to $145,000 plus GST with 3 months warranty.
A ripper of a deal for anyone in the market looking for a heavy-duty speed disc that's only worked 400 hectares, with a working width of 7.6 metres on 60 by 22-inch discs requiring 270 to 330 horsepower.
T's and C's apply. The special price does not include delivery and Serafin won't accept any trade-ins for this machine.
Give Rod at Serafin a call on 0488 644 777 to find out more, or inquire through the Tatu speed disc link in the description. Secure this special price before June 30 by using the code GlassCagePod when inquiring.
Now back to the pod. Ever have a tricky one? You know, you've gone out there and you're like, oh God, I got no idea what this is. Is it, maybe the Russian wheat aphid or some weird bug that you've never heard of or seen? Or
Well, even like last week or week just before the rain just gone, had real tricky one. And it was had it from a guy in Lake King, and then same thing happened from a guy in Cascade through Monica who I work with. Barley was dying like flat out, like one leaf just dead, like in big patches everywhere.
Oh right.
Yeah, and really tricky, and still haven't really figured out what's going on. Luckily, most of it's reshot off the back of this rain, but one leaf crop that's just dead in massive areas, and there's moisture underneath. Doesn't look like paraquat drift.
I was going to say it wasn't a neighbour.
Nah, well, it doesn't seem like that. Like, because you can diagnose those things pretty easily.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah. So it doesn't seem like inversion or anything like that. But like they're tricky ones when you can't figure out what it is.
Yeah, and then you got the farmer that's just like,
Oh, it's just worth a
what
lot of
is-
money to a lot of people. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, what do you do? But luckily, the rain has made it reshoot, and it's all right by the sounds. Yeah.
So 2 separate locations, exactly.
Yeah,
the
same thing. Yeah.
Cop circles?
Old Tim Foil had over here.
wait.
Let's not get on
There we
that
go.
front.
We got the conspiracy music.
We're back on.
No. But that side of it is good fun. Problem solving, it's great, and pushing testing new theories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Really love it. Like trying to not just, I suppose, conform.
Yeah, not just do
sales
agronomy.
Not just do with what everyone else is doing. Try and actually improve yourself and everyone else's business was my favourite part of agronomy.
Yeah.
Try and make everyone else's business better.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So what was the first system change or change that you implemented when you came back home to the farm? I know that you've been doing agronomy, so you were around, but the moment that you were working, what was it?
Probably the biggest step up in liquid at seeding was probably the biggest thing. So John and I designed the liquid cart around taking a lot of hours off a spreader and getting a lot more efficiency out of our nitrogen at seeding. So that was probably the biggest one. But we'd already sort of been doing a lot of ripping and stuff like that. But we've sort of just continued on that note. Lots of soil amelioration is probably where we're at the moment. That's our lowest hanging fruit. So much to do. So little time.
So many hectares.
So much diesel.
Yeah.
So
but that side of it's fun. I love that. So much fun.
So on that, you've got a tree block as well.
Yeah.
But yours was pine trees.
Blue gums and pines. We've got both. The pines are still standing.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's got a fair bit of work and time and effort.
Yep. Lots of flat tires.
Yes.
Lots and lots. But great opportunity. Yeah. Great farm.
Yeah.
High rainfall, deep sand. But yeah, it'll get better and better over time. But yeah, a few tears.
Yep. Yep. Been there.
Yeah. A few backpackers picking stumps and
Getting bogged.
Yeah, getting bogged a lot. Bogged the other day actually down there.
Which is a surprise. I think that you've got to be. Actually, I'm going to say you are the luckiest person because you managed to get bogged in a year like this.
I wouldn't say that's lucky.
Got his carry grader bogged.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Roger.
Trying to put a drain in along the neighbours and driest daily up's ever been on record ever.
Still got bogged, so daily up.
Bog below the chassis. Yeah.
Yeah. Roger.
Actual bog, like Cass, you've never been bogged in your life compared to this, JH. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. No, man, we haven't been too badly. Yeah.
But it's fun. Developing farms is bloody good fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like you've always both done it.
No, very good. Oh well, to end it out, have you got any advice to any guys that are listening, guys or girls that are listening right now that are thinking of maybe going down the exact same path as you?
Yeah, I think just give it a go, and it's basically like doing a crappie for your full time job. Like if you enjoy driving around looking at crops with your mates, that's what an agro is. Like it's so much fun. I think just give it a go. Anyone would be willing to have you in the car with them. The best thing you can do is just try it. Like jump in the car, go for a drive. Anyone will have you with them for a day, a week, whatever.
Yep.
So if you're thinking about it, do it. There's so many opportunities in it. There's heaps of jobs, and you can go anywhere you want, basically in the world, to do it. So give it a go.
No, very good.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Been great having you on.
I've got one more bugbear.
Here we go.
George, can we get an apology to the pod? You saying you don't eat much in the tractor is a load of shit. And that box of shapes that lasted for the harvest, I saw 6 or 7 others that were deleted weekly. So one box of shapes lasted.
Look,
I would like an actual apology.
Okay, this is my formal apology for misleading the audience into believing that I don't eat often in the tractor. Occasionally, I do take lunch with me.
Righto.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, Sam. We'll definitely get you on again, I reckon.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
And
get around it.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Cheers.